on 2:10. I'm Becky Want, and Shrek the Musical is the big Christmas show that's on at the Palace Theatre in Manchester at the moment. And Faye Brookes is from Urmston, and she plays Princess Fiona. And you are on home territory.
I am.
And you're loving it, aren't you?
Loving it.
And every night, somebody from your family or friends is in the audience.
Yeah, no pressure. Every show there's someone in watching. And if I don't know, I then get a call from my mum the next day saying, "Oh, well, and you know, someone else.
Well, you just have to assume there's somebody there.
Always.
Yes.
You never know who's there, do you?
No.
It's quite pressurising, that, though, isn't it? You never get to relax.
The voice over there is Gerard Carey. Hello. How are you getting on?
All right, thank you very much. Yeah.
Are you all right in Shrek the Musical?
I am, yes.
Yes. Well, I'm just a bit concerned about you because you play Lord Farquaad and you're on your knees, aren't you? You are on your knees for the whole time.
Yeah, I am. I mean, it's not as much stage time as everybody thinks, you know, it's quite cleverly done, but yeah.
Tell them how long you're on stage for. Precisely.
I haven't counted it. I know.
I've heard it's 25 minutes.
Really? Really? Well, it feels like a lifetime, I'm telling you.
Oh, talk about shattering the illusion. I thought you were on stage all the time, but you know, of course, I mentioned you're on your knees. We all know then which character you are, who you are. But do you have to have lots and lots of physio to make sure that your knees don't go?
Yeah. I have regular. It's called maintenance, really. I have regular physio by a great girl who digs her elbows into my legs on a weekly basis to make sure I don't get, injured.
Yeah,
and also,
touring physio.
lots of heavy warming up before the show prevents me from getting injured, really.
I remember talking to Nigel Harman about this because he played your role, didn't he?
Yeah.
In the West End. And Nigel Harman, who of course is from EastEnders, he's directed this whole thing. And as I was saying to him, hey, start with something kind of, minor and small and cut your directing teeth. Oh no, he started with Shrek the Musical.
I know. But, I mean, he's the perfect man for the job,
yeah,
really.
He knew the show inside out, upside down. We just hit the ground running with him.
Yeah.
Because we were so excited about, just doing the show. We all knew it kind of well from the films.
The things about Nigel, he's got theatre in his soul. He's a really bright, intelligent guy, and he theatrically he knows what works and what and it's because he's a great performer himself. He knows the journey to take you down to get proper results.
Do you know what I really, really like about him though is that he's ordinary and he's not a lovey, as it were. He's just very, very down to earth.
Oh yeah,
completely. Yeah.
And that's why I enjoy talking to him. You actually, Faye, look like Princess Fiona.
She is beautiful, isn't she?
Stop it. Guys, you can come again.
You do actually.
She's not blushing everywhere. I'll tell you that.
And this is not that you two are necessarily doing it, but this is a massive tour, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 years.
It goes into 2016, doesn't it?
A 2-year tour.
We began in June of this year.
Yeah.
And so how long?
6 months in now.
How long would you like to stay for, Faye?
Oh, I love this job. I love Princess Fiona. If I'm lucky enough and if it works out, I would continue to do it. But touring is hard. I think that's
what makes it hard.
Changing venue, changing the people you're surrounded by. We get new crew wherever we go and new dresses. We have a whole kind of battle to kind of get a hurdle, I would say, every time we come across a new venue.
Every time you go into a new venue, you're dealing with new staff, new people.
Space changes.
And as soon as you get settled, you're moving on again. I mean, I think I'm the only family man, aren't I, in the cast?
Yes.
So I
touring
became
baby.
a dad for the first time this year during rehearsals.
Ooh.
So that's been a bit of a challenge.
So where's your baby then?
Well, they've generally been on tour with me, so we've got a little touring baby with us, haven't we? My little girl Molly. But
how showbiz.
They come with me sometimes, and then they go home sometimes, and then
she's not fazed by anything.
She's not. She's a genius.
I mean, she met me.
I say that on good authority. My baby is a genius.
She met me at the end of the show, and I was like, "Oh no, Jez, don't let Molly meet me now."
Yes.
And the end of the show, of course, we know as Fiona makes her transformation, and Shrek and I'm not going to give too much away, but obviously Shrek and Fiona have their happily ever after.
Yeah.
But it was not a happy moment for Molly. But she wasn't fazed. She loved it.
Can I just say, Gerard, make the most of this, because the minute she gets to 5, she won't be a touring baby anymore. No, she's got to stay somewhere, hasn't she? You know, it's that school thing. So as long as you can, I suppose.
Well, they're quite portable at this age, aren't they?
Oh yeah, no, perfect, absolutely perfect at this age. And what about you, Faye? Because I believe you are missing your boyfriend, aren't you?
I am.
And your boyfriend would be Gareth Gates.
Yes,
wouldn't he?
He's working very hard. He's East Croydon this Christmas, playing Prince Charming.
Panto.
In Snow White and Seven Dwarfs.
So when do you see each other? And
on our days off, we definitely make that effort to try and get to see one another.
So that's once a week then?
That is once a week.
And what happens on Christmas Day?
We're going to be together for Christmas Day this year.
Right, okay. It is quite tough, isn't it, when you're both...
We're so used to it, though, and it's kind of just the way it is. And, you know, if you can work that way, you kind of can survive anything, really. My parents, actually, it's a kind of a good comparison. My dad works in the oil rigs out in the North Sea, and he, ever since they met, has been away 2 weeks at a time. He spends half the year at home and half the year away. If you work it out in that way. And they've been together for 28 years, and they're madly in love. And they kind of... I love that fact. I have that. Woo. I love it. I love that I come home to like this loving couple that just kind of just understand it's work.
Are they still in Urmston?
They are.
So are you able then for this whole run to stay at home?
I'm living in my old room.
You are.
I'm in my old bed.
Are you keeping it tidy?
I know. My mum's kept she's put sheets outside the bedroom door this morning. I've come out and my dad's like, "Can you make the bed?" I'm like, "Oh, all right." Okay then.
Is it the same as it was
it's
before
the same
you left?
As I mean,
Gareth Gates posters on the walls.
Oh, stop it!
Yes, exactly.
Stop it now.
Yes,
you're just teasing.
No, did you not?
No, do you know what it is? The funny story is that I was never a big fan of Gareth Gates, as in because I wasn't really into the whole. I didn't know about Pop Idol. I didn't know about X Factor. All of that. I had other interests, and my best friend at high school, Amy Marshall, she had a huge infatuation with him. So every time I stayed over at her house, I was like, "Who is this guy on the wall?" And it was his face, huge picture. And I've told him this story umpteen times. It's like, we should meet her. She'd love it.
She might, yes, and he might. I wouldn't go down that road. Listen, it's lovely to see both of you. You are at the Palace Theatre, aren't you? I think till the end of January.
We are.
Yes.
The 11th
of January.
Halfway through. The 11th of January. So catch it if you can. And I know that everybody who's seen it just says that it's amazing. Shrek the musical. Lovely to see you.
We're very proud to be in it.
Yeah.
So, come along and see it. It's great.
Thank you very
so much.
Thanks for joining me. Here are the Bluebells.